All right, here's the case we decided on. So once I decided I wanted to go, one of the CPU water cooler. I like that system. And then when I decided I wanted to go as big as I could to future-proof it, and also make sure I'm not having any thermal headroom problems on my AMD processor. So I decided to go with a case that could do a 420 millimeter at the top. And I also have a water cooling on my graphics card, so I want to have a place I can put another radiator. And the way I have it set up now is it's on the front, and that's going to work on here as well. So I have it's a 240. It's 240 or 280. I can't remember right now. We'll find out. Either 240 or 280 water cooling for the graphics card, which can go on the front. And then the power supply goes down here, of course, and we can have airflow up this way across the graphics card. And it seems like a great design. This is one of the top-rated cases by Gamers Nexus and other sites for cooling. And it's got this nice wood detail we'll see here on the front. And I picked the black version. It's under my desk, so that's not really visible. It's got these little readouts here for the CPU and GPU temperatures. That might be kind of fun to set up. And all in all, a great case from what I've heard. So let's open this up. I'm not going to show taking it out because it's too complicated, but I'll take it out, put it on the table, and we can take a look at it. I do want to show the back of the box because it has a bunch of the details. It's got the iShift 90 PSU mount, so you can mount your power supply at 90 degrees from standard, and that lets you it gets better airflow up through here. It's not blocking this. Your cables don't come out this way and block the airflow. Probably going to do that, although you lose access to the power switch on the PSU itself. You can't always, the safest thing to do is unplug this if you're working on it, so that's actually a little bit safer. And then it's got an adjustable bracket on the front for mounting your any kind of radiator on the front, so that's helpful. As I see, it's got the 420 on top. And it looked like there might be enough room to put a push-pull on this. We'll see. I have some pretty thin 140 millimeter fans, I think. So we're going to see if that's going to be workable. And it's got a removable cooler bracket on the bottom, so you can install your fans and put it back in. It's got a bunch of brackets, cages here for installing hard drives down in this area. We're not going to be doing that. We're not going to install any hard drives over here. It doesn't show. It's a little bit tricky here, but on the back side there is place for two 2.5 inch SSD drives. That's where we're going to put our D drive RAID 1 configuration. So that'll be more evident once they get it out of the box. And again, here's the little temperature readout here. It's kind of a fun thing. Open this up. Be extra careful to not go too far into the case of this knife. All right, so here's the accessory box. So we'll open up that in a second. So it's got foam padding on both sides and has a handle. Yeah, I can use this as a handle lift out. I'm not going to show you lifting it out because I need to make sure I don't hurt my back doing that. It's going to be too complicated to show. So let me open this up once we get it on the table. Right, and again, I'm going to show you how to take it out of the box because this is the way you can do it without hurting your back. So you put it like this, and you're not lifting it; you're just sliding it. And gravity is your friend, or friend anyway. You don't have to lift it up out of the box and slide it out sideways, and then it's going to be a lot better for your back. This is reinforced foam. That's very impressive. It's kind of a heavy case. It's not super heavy, but. All right, so I'll pull that the rest of the way out. You get the idea, and then we'll see what it looks like on the table. I got my stretchy ruler out. These are 120 millimeter reverse flow fans. So the logo is up, but the fan blows everywhere. We'll just be leaving these here. They seem like they're okay. They're probably pretty quiet. May to jazz them up, maybe put an RGB tray, a case on top of them. There's a 140 millimeter exit fan on the back, and the 340 millimeter fans here. So what I might do, I'll figure out how thick these are. It's possible we can use these for our push-pull on our 420 radios going on top for the CPU cooling. And I'll put I already have a push-pull set up already for my graphics card. So, and then the power supply goes down here. I think this just pulls out. This just pulls off, I think. Let's see. Lifts up. Okay, lifts up. Don't pull on it. All right, so down here is where they got this 90-degree thing. 90-degree power supply. They got these extra cages. We'll be moving these extra cages down here for hard drive because we want to have better airflow. And I did see some video somewhere about how to install this 90-degree. I think it was maybe Gamers Nexus or somebody. Or maybe it was Jay's 2 cents. I can't remember. I found one video where they showed the best way to install this 90-degree PSU cable so it doesn't get in the way. So this plugs into your PSU, and then on the back you've got your power output here. But again, there's no switch here. So it's got this nice wood grain on here, and this comes off, I think. Let's see. This come off. Yeah, well, I did find the dust filter on the bottom. That's important for me. I like having a dust filter at least on the bottom. And on the bottom here, the dust filter comes out. You can clean it. Because most of the dust is going to come from the floor, although we'll get sucked in by the fans, obviously, too. So we'll be cleaning that periodically. And then this mesh here is supposed to be fine mesh, so it's not supposed to allow a lot of dust to pass. Now, my current case has a dust filter here, too, which to me is ideal, but this guys don't offer it, so I decided that was one compromise I was willing to make. So that means there's going to be more dust inside the case. We'll have to open the case up and clean it out. Currently, I just clean these two dust filters once a month, and then I have cleaned the whole case out a few times, but very infrequently. So we'll just have to see how much the dust buildup comes from the front here, because the air is going to be coming this way on the bottom, and it's going to be exiting the top here on the bottom, up and in, and then on the top it's going to be up and out, and on the back it's going to be out, obviously. All right, so let's look at the back of it, and we'll see if we're going to mount our SSD drives. Pick up the back panel. So this has a little place you put your fingers in over here, and you pull it off just like the tempered glass. But this one has a mesh down here. So again, air is going to get sucked in here probably. So again, this is supposed to be fine mesh. It's not supposed to allow a lot of stuff to come in. So we'll see how that works out. So over here, we have our 2.5 inch SSD drives. This is going to be our D drive at RAID 1, so we're going to put those there. So in the cage over here, we're going to take these out just to get more weight out of the case, and also it should help the airflow. So we'll save all this, but we're not going to use it. And here's the cage down at the bottom. We can install additional hard drives. We're not going to use that either. So we have much airflow coming up through here, and then there won't be airflow here, but it'll just help to have less mass in the case when we're moving it around and things like that. So it's already got some nice cable management going on here. And here's some of the things that plug into the motherboard, so we'll be going over that. And then it's got a fan header up here. It's got 6 fans, but only 5 fans hooked up to the fan header. The one in the back here is not hooked up to anything. So we're going to have to check into the manual of that a little bit and see what the best way is to handle that. Again, we're going to be taking the fans out of the front and probably putting them on top to see if we can do a push-pull, or else we're going to not be using them. Yeah, but for sure we're going to use these 2 fans. I have a Noctua fan that's going to be quieter than this probably, so I'll probably replace this one with my Noctua fan on the back. And then into the Antec Liquid Freezer 2 420. We're going to be using that on the top of the radiator. Now, here's the top panel. That's the other thing. Here's the power switch, reset. This is a headphones jack, and then 3 USBs, 2 USB A's, and 1 USB-C. So we'll be using that for things that aren't standard. And here's a button you can use, I think, to change. I can't. This is programmable, I think. You can use it to change whether the temperature is shown on that little display or something like that. I don't remember. So we'll have to look that up too. I bought this case a while ago, so I was all up at all the specs when I first bought it, but it's been a few months because I've been waiting for some other things to happen. So now we've got it, so I'll have to refresh my memory of how we're using it. I did plan it out very carefully, so hopefully everything will work great, and we'll have a great new PC that'll last another 8 years. All right, so we don't want to mess up this tempered glass thing. So I'm going to use this foam that came out of something else I opened up recently. So put that around this. And then we'll put in this plastic bag that the case came in. Give some extra protection. Then we're going to store it away in the box over here. I'm saving the box until I make sure everything's working, obviously, but it's a good place to store this while you're not while you're working on the PC, on the case. All right, so I'll put this away, and then we'll put it on at the end when everything's working. Let's see what's in this box. It says it has a user manual, toolbox, and other contents. Okay, so the user manual, that's going to be helpful. I have watched some videos building this case, so I can refer to those. So these are little screens. If you don't want to put a fan on top of the bottom part of the cage there, where the PSU is, you can put these grills on there to hide that. And here's the. If you want to mount your power supply directly to the back, use this, which I may end up doing. It's just simpler. And then here's the manual. So hopefully. It explains a bunch here about how to set up your shift drive. I'm 99% sure 95% sure my PSU I'm going to be taking out of my existing computer is going to fit 90 degrees. Double check that, but it's been a while, like I said. So here's some routing suggestions. What I wanted to check was, how do you take the front off? I've seen people take the front off, but they don't want to break anything. So. Steel mesh front panel. I'll have to watch how somebody else does it on a video. That's probably the safest way to figure it out. I think I remember it was attached with brackets and also magnets or something. I can't remember. So it's about installing the fans on the front and the back and so forth. Power supply shroud. So this is a super flexible case for radiators, so particularly custom radiators, but I have all AIO, which I like better. I don't want to mess with reservoirs and filling things. So this talks about using a radiator, I think. So okay, anyway, so the manual's pretty complete. And it's got a bunch of extra screws and other things here you might need in a little nice box. That's it. Okay. All right, so now we're going to start building. I want to remove the excess cage out here that I don't need. That's one thing I'm going to do before I get started. And then we're going to install the motherboard and all that stuff we need to do to get this PC going. All right, so I took these cages off. They just have one thumb screw and lift out. And the cage at the bottom has a thumb screw. It's more complicated because you can put a 2.5 inch here and a 3.5 inch inside. It's also got this bracket here on the bottom, which is going to interfere with airflow. So we're not using this, but we're going to take that out. So to do that, we're going to pick up the dust screen, and then there's some screws here we need to take out, so we're just going to take those out. Alright, so we'll take these out, and then we'll get rid of this bracket. We'll have full airflow coming from the bottom, which is going to be better. Alright, we'll save these screws and this bracket in case we need it in the future. Now this is completely open now, so that's going to be great for airflow.
If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Post a comment if you have any questions or ideas, and I'll try to respond. That's all for now, but more videos are coming, and if you want to see them, please subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification icon if you don't want to miss one. This is Beta Cygni signing out, and keep looking up.